third installment in the Lego Street, the Jazz Club. I can't stop myself. But either way, this is the next one we're going to build. We're going to be expanding out from the center. So the center was Assembly Square, and then we did the police station. Now on the opposite side is going to be the Jazz Club. So we're just going to get right into it with this build, guys. Welcome to the first floor of the Jazz Club. We've finished it here. First big thing I want to mention on this build is this entranceway is quite spectacular. It's built as a completely separate module. You take off these two tiles, right? Two 1x6 tiles. And then you just, the whole thing, you just pop it right out. It sits on this one little tan tile and that's it. You put the whole thing in there. Try to align it correctly on there. And then the tiles come in and they clip on. Very interesting connection there. The bottom is a little loose because it's built on like a 5x5 or 6x6 square, and then there's an extra row of tiles to make it fit the right size, and that doesn't quite have a strong connection. So pushing down in the middle can kind of bow the bottom of this out a little bit. So I would recommend that, but you can see like it's a little loose in there, but it's pretty cool. These gaps aren't amazing. You can see the light kind of spilling out from there, but otherwise it's pretty sweet. We got the pizza store here, the first floor of it. We got this lovely little trellis with some plants going. We got the front door. They make you build the front door facing in. Because of these white tiles on either side of the door can't open out. So it has to be built backwards, which I didn't love. These little brick built awnings are pretty nice. It's just a bunch of plates stacked on top of each other and then a tile to cap it off. The tailor is something on the second floor, but they got a nice lavender window there. This print is on a, like, one of those, it's a 4x1x3 or 2. Like, I don't even know. It's one of those, it's like a hollow brick where it comes in and then goes up and then goes out. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's pretty nice. The staircase is built with these super jumpers, pretty steep stuff. And then we got the main jazz hall here. Where look, you could see the ticket box office there going. This little door leads to the tiniest bathroom known to man. It's not even worth showing. The main deal here is, of course, the Jazz Club itself. You got a drum, you got a saxophone, the bassist is over here with a cool brick-built bag he's got, where it's like, it's got a lot of interesting pieces going. It's a bunch of snot bricks going back and forth. A nice stage with curtains that are held on by these little clips. And a bunch of chairs on single studs. And then we got the pizza back here with a really nice brick oven, which I don't know if you can even bother seeing in there, but there's some logs on the bottom, little fire, like trans orange pieces in there. You got various accoutrements, some pre-assembled pizza, and then the finished pizza. They're doing margaritas tonight, which is fun. So yeah, and it's all connected. I do like that a lot, that there's like, because this is something that's real, where like pizza restaurants will connect to entertainment venues, movie theaters, music stores, bowling alleys, shuffleboard arenas. I don't know whether you would call a shuffleboard place. But yeah, it's pretty sweet, and we're moving on to the next floor, which I believe will be the tailor, and then maybe the music room, or like the green room kind of space for the jazz people. And we've just finished the second floor here. We've got some beautiful stained glass windows. This inlet window, which is going to have a sign in front of it, but we can enjoy its beauty right now. We've got some lovely windows here above the pizza shop with the lavender flowers, hinting at the tailor's office above, which we can see here. We've got a nice lamp and a little mannequin of sorts. This was an interesting build. They're doing the those tea, the tea plates. I don't know what you would call them. They have like they do like this there at the bottom, where it's anti-stud, and then it goes up in the middle with plates on either side. A pretty ingenious studs not on top design. One of the few that actually comes with anti-studs. Then on this side we have a nice little brick-built sewing machine working on some fabric. Apparently it's the Singer's fabric. And the lavender door, so you can see the staircase below coming up from the first floor. This nice little doorway here. Another door to this short balcony on the back. And the second staircase going up to the third floor. And then in this doorway is the jazz club owner's office. So they got a nice little gramophone with a record and a cool curved desk at an angle. Lots of diagonals in this set is kind of a theme they mentioned. Some artwork, a little brick-built chair, and again, those really nice stained glass windows, bringing some light in these rooms, and a cool little balcony to look over down at the jazz club at the bottom. And yeah, still carrying this chimney brick through. I'm not exactly sure why there's this little vent here for the smoke from the fire below. But it probably just smells like pizza in the tailor's office all the time. But yeah, so the back is still looking good. We got this little wood fire grill here, some nice windows on the back as well as these little air conditioners. Not sure what this little grill piece is for. Maybe I put that on backwards, but whatever. Hey everybody, I'm at step 332. This is 13 is the last bag. I've just opened it up before we finish the third floor. But interesting step here. If you guys ever build this set, or if you already have, please let me know if this is legit, because this step 332, takes place in bag 13. I did not have these pieces or those two. Those two are from my personal collection. They're from the brittle red, so don't use those. I'm assuming I have enough here to make it last, but if not, I'll grab those and use those again. These two single studs were from previous extra pieces from previous bags, so we're going to use those. But these 2x3s are not used in the bag at all, and there are 4 corner tiles, or corner plates, and only 2 of them are used after the bag 13 picture. So this step takes place during bag 13. So if you guys are worried, I checked through the entire step from bag 12 to make sure I didn't redo, or like didn't have to redo it or something. Make sure that I actually built it all correctly. It is all correct. So I'm not exactly sure what happened here, but this is a bit of a misprint in my opinion. Should have been backwards. Who knows if this has been something that's long been discussed. The Jazz Club has been out for years, so I wouldn't put past the LEGO community to notice this sort of thing right away, immediately. But yeah, interesting little tidbit there for you guys. Here is the third floor of the Jazz Club. The final floor of the pizzeria, I believe, is just the roof. So I think it's just going to be offset like this. We have this little sign yet to go in the front. Some little things to go on these studs probably, and just some roofs. So we have in here, this little short room here has a staircase and a couple doorways. This one likely to the roof of the outside of the pizzeria, and then this room into this doorway rather into the music prep room, the green room, really. So we got a box of nothing, some more stained glass windows on this floor as well, by the way. We got some nice art here. This piece is called The Blues, sold at the Boutique Hotel over there, yet to be built. We got this little music chart. I thought that was a pretty cool build. It's a jumper plate, and then a cone, and then a claw, like the plier kind of piece, clipped into the middle of the clip on the pieces sticking out all black, and then two 1x2 clip plates behind that printed tile, also clipped into the same bar, all put together. This nice little brick-built couch, a lot of snot techniques going on here. Technic pins holding these tiles on the sides. Only one person can sit in it though, which is, you know, for the size it is a little bit of a bummer, but you could take out these little blue cushions and probably sit at least one more person on there. And then over here, we have the Get Ready With Me mirror. Now, it is a little disappointing to see this silver metallic mirror after putting together a legitimate mirror in there. I mean, that's a straight up like mirrored piece of Lego, and that's a legitimate Lego piece. So for them to go from that to this a couple years later is a little disappointing when you can see that they've done it and then go back to this. You know, you can see the hairbrush in there pretty well, but it's not an actual mirror, right? So that's a little bit disappointing, but we're almost done. It's starting to really take shape. That is the jazz club I've seen. They're real. Overall, so far the building has been probably, I've only built 2 other ones. I don't want to say it's my least favorite, but it's just, this one is very square. So it's been a little bit less interesting. I do like how clean it is. I will say also this little ramp here is kind of nice. Then it gives this little balcony spot a nice little bit of rain protection. But overall, I think this has been quite a square build, and I think that has led to, you know, unimaginable amounts of 1x4s bricks in here. Like, I don't even know. It's ridiculous. So maybe not my favorite. I will say something I don't think I've mentioned. This right here, this is dark azure, I think. Absolutely gorgeous. Might be my favorite Lego blue. Could be my favorite blue of all time. It is just absolutely peak, pinnacle color. That's not right. Hold up. When did that happen? Oh my gosh, this whole building is ripping itself apart. I was having a number of small issues there, but I've pressed it back together. I did also notice something. Whenever you put a floor on another floor for the first time, it's always a little difficult. And the first time I pulled this off, I went to pull it off. Now it has no issue, right? But the first time I pulled it off, it pulled this entire second floor off as well. So maybe that's what caused a little bit of that breakage. But it seems to be okay now. It's all right. I had similar issues with the 3rd floor of the police station and the 2nd floor of this side of the assembly square. A lot of different elevations and small plates and small connections in the cafe here. A lot of the weight is held by these single pillar bricks, and then also underneath on these arches, which, oh, what the, I'm missing a little, where did that go? Yeah, I'll figure it out later. Either way, we are nearly done with the jazz club, and it's going to go on the other side of the assembly square. I've moved all this over here just to give me a little bit more space. I am quickly running out of space to build on. I might need to bring out my other table. We finished the jazz club. We added this nice, lovely sign. It's hiding all those beautiful windows we built, but it's pretty sweet nonetheless. We've got a nice square roof here. Some interesting building techniques on this top floor. In the roof, we had some cool inverted studs here that we use this wheel well for. And then we have like reverting studs through a rod, which is pretty fun. This roof access is via ladder only. There's the ladder there. You can see just there from the top floor. And then there's a squirrel's nest, I guess. And then we built the roof for the pizzeria, which includes a lovely greenhouse with some herbs and spices and tomatoes and a carrot that is supposedly, specifically for the magician to pull out of their hat. So let's go ahead and place it on the other side, and we'll try both configurations again just to see how it all looks. Okie dokie, here is the Jazz Club on its mill's plate. We're gonna move it over here to this side of the assembly square. I have not seen how it looks yet. We're gonna place it right here, line it up on that backmost stud. This is I looked back at the original design and I had actually decided to put the police station on this side, so that's a little interesting thought that I had, that I thought I had it backwards, but I didn't actually. So let's take a look-see here. Wow, it is really starting to look like a street. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit here. Let's get a good look at this. So the pizza shop is a little hidden, I won't lie, but that would probably be even worse. Again, if you guys recall, the green part of the police station was quite hidden back there. So we'll take a look at it the other way. Obviously, I want to see both ways. I want to try all the configurations while we're doing this to see what is really going to look good or bad. But this is pretty nice. I will probably keep it this way. One thing I did notice, I don't know if I've mentioned it in any recordings, over here we have a bakery next to a donut shop. Maybe that's something we want to discourage. I don't know how much I really care about that, but that is something that I did see later. So let's go ahead and try switching the police station and the Jazz Club. Yeah, I really don't like this area here. This feels like wasted, and this is really not great. I don't like this. Feels very... We got like this whole brown, red, brown, and then like a blue. I don't like it as much. I think we're gonna have to keep it the other way. I do like the equal height roof there, pretty similar height. But ultimately it's just not right. I think my initial shape was better. These are the things. Okay, let's try one more thing. I'm not gonna keep it this way regardless, but I do want to see these two next to each other because we have the white roofs here. So let me push all of this way a little bit. Maybe you guys can see that. I'll fix it if not. Pretty close. Yeah, that's not bad either. I do like the big buildings with the two small buildings kind of tucked together. I don't like the smokestack next to the water tower here. That's not great logistically. And I still don't like this. Now we've gotten a larger view of things. The walking path is looking like it's gonna be nice. It's gonna give us a bit more separation here between the facades. I'd imagine the other buildings' facades would start like somewhere around here. There will be a road right here so that the tree won't be in the way, but yeah, probably like here-ish on the other side. So let me take you off. We'll get a nice street view here. So if you're walking down the street, obviously you can't walk down the street, but imagine you're looking down the road, you can see all these nice buildings, you look up and you're like, wow, this police station is huge. And you can see the nice lovely tree, and this walking path will come out all the way to the edge. Basically, we'll have this little bit of room over on both sides roughly. And I guess I'll show you the back just a touch. So you got the police station here with its many ladders, and the assembly square with its many staircases, and the jazz club is quite blocky on the back. All the stairs are internal, so you don't get a lot of... There's one staircase shared by this whole building, by the way. There's just a bunch of doors on the other side of this balcony that connects to the other side of the building. So, yeah. This is the end of the second official set from a box. This one and this one are done. And the assembly square we pulled off of Bricklink. And the bonsai tree is an official set, I suppose. And then these are all bricks and pieces orders. Here is our updated pile of trash from the 2 official boxes. The Bricklink came with a couple bags that are over there as well. And the Palace Cinema has a bunch of baggies and such as well. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more official boxes. Well, one of them's in a... No. So, yeah, 3 official boxes. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. We're going to start the Tudor corner tomorrow.